What's up y'all, welcome back to my channel. We'll be breaking down the top charting hip hop songs from 1992 all the way through 2025, year by year, hit by hit. Let's take a journey through over 30 years of hip hop dominance.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Baby Got Back dropped in 1992 and pretty much took over. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 5 weeks, ending up as the second biggest song of the year after End of the Road by Boyz II Men. The video actually got banned from MTV at first for being too explicit, but that didn't stop it. Sir Mix-a-Lot was straight up celebrating big butts at a time when mainstream media wasn't ready for it. The track's been sampled a bunch of times too. Nicki Minaj flipped it for Anaconda, and even Black Eyed Peas used part of it in My Humps.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door.
Nothing But a G Thang dropped in 92, but it defined 1993. Dr. Dre built a beat around a smooth sample from Leon Haywood's 1975 track, I Wanna Do Something Freaky to You. That melody gave the song its laid-back West Coast bounce. The track introduced Snoop Dogg to the world, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, and helped launch the whole G-Funk era. It's been featured in movies like Friday, Training Day, and games like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Anytime Hollywood wants to say West Coast 90s, they reach for this song.
Some brothers bought some, so I said I'm stuck.
These girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve.
Regulate dropped in 1994 and instantly became one of the smoothest West Coast tracks ever. Warren G built the beat around I Keep Forgettin' by Michael McDonald, flipping that 80s yacht rock hit into a laid-back G-Funk anthem. The song peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and introduced the world to Nate Dogg's iconic hook style. It first showed up on the Above the Rim soundtrack and later became a staple in games like GTA San Andreas. Even years later, artists still pull from it, like Doja Cat, who sampled the original Michael McDonald track for her 2020 song Freak, following the same formula Warren G used decades earlier. Gangsta's Paradise dropped in August 1995 and became an instant global hit. It charted number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and ranked as the year's top-selling single. The track flipped Stevie Wonder's 1976 soul classic Pastime Paradise, turning the piano-driven original into a moody cinematic rap groove that matches the song's intense, thoughtful lyrics. Featured on the Dangerous Minds soundtrack with Michelle Pfeiffer in the video, the song dominated the charts and snagged a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance. The Crossroads dropped in 1996 and became Bone Thugs and Harmony's biggest hit by far. It was a tribute to Eazy-E and other lost friends and it connected instantly. The song went straight to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and held that spot for 8 weeks, rare for any rap song, especially at the time. It also won them a Grammy and helped define their melodic rapid-fire style. If you were around in the mid-90s, this was one of those songs you heard everywhere. Radio, MTV, and school hallways.
Life after death.
I'll Be Missing You spent 11 weeks at number 1 because apparently nothing says grieving like sampling the Police's biggest hit and making it even more depressing. The Diddler basically stood there looking sad while Faith Evans did all the work, which honestly tracks for his entire career. Peak Diddy energy, turn your dead friend into a summer anthem. Lauryn Hill made history in 1998 by becoming the first woman to debut a solo rap song at number 1, and it stayed there for 2 weeks. She produced the song herself, mixed rap and singing effortlessly, and called out both men and women in the lyrics, and it's something people still quote today. With that release, Lauryn Hill topped the charts and raised the bar for what hip-hop could be. Wild Wild West hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on July 24th, 1999, marking Will Smith's 3rd solo chart topper. The track samples Stevie Wonder's I Wish, and it became the anthem of that summer, blasting on radio, MTV, and playing everywhere from theaters to mall speakers. TLC's No Scrubs also dominated that year, holding number 1 for 4 weeks, but as an R&B track, it's often left off hip-hop lists despite its massive influence.
I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real
The Real Slim Shady dropped in 2000 and became the highest charting rap song of the year, peaking at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was peak Eminem, funny, aggressive, and completely unfiltered. He took shots at pop stars, called out the industry, and somehow still got massive radio play. MTV ran it on repeat. Fans memorized every word. It didn't need to hit number 1. It felt like it was everywhere anyway.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
Ms. Jackson hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on February 17, 2001, marking a major milestone for Outkast in Southern hip-hop. The track blended sharp personal storytelling with a soulful melodic hook, complete with horns, piano, and that unforgettable chorus. It was the defining rap hit of 2001, cementing Outkast's cultural impact. Lose Yourself dropped late in 2002 as a lead single from the 8 Mile soundtrack and shot straight to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed for a record-breaking 12 consecutive weeks, the longest-running rap number 1 of the year. With its gritty storytelling, raw energy, and unforgettable hook, the song topped the charts and became the moment the underground broke into the mainstream. It also won an Oscar for Best Original Song, and still remains one of the most iconic hip-hop tracks ever. In the Club by 50 Cent dropped in early 2003 and immediately became the anthem of the year. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 9 straight weeks, making it the highest charting rap single of the year. Dr. Dre's production, hard, offbeat drums, and a catchy hook, combined with 50s style, made it impossible to escape. The song dominated radio, clubs, and MTV, and has since become his signature track. If 2003 had a rap song, it was this one.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on December 11th, 2004. It held that spot for 3 weeks, matching the chart run of Fat Joe's Lean Back earlier that year. While Lean Back dominated the summer, Snoop's minimalist, tongue-clicking banger closed out the year with just as much impact. Produced by the Neptunes, the track's stripped-down beat and Pharrell's slick hook made it an instant classic, made for both the radio and the streets. Together, the two songs defined opposite ends of 2004.
Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Gold Digger dropped in 2005. It hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 10 consecutive weeks, the longest run of the year for any hip-hop track. Kanye flipped Ray Charles's 1954 classic I Got a Woman into that unforgettable hook, sung by Jamie Foxx, who had just won an Oscar for portraying Ray Charles in Ray, delivering sharp lyrics and unforgettable storytelling. The single became one of the best-selling digital tracks of the year, moving over 80,000 downloads in its first week, and won a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance. It was a cultural event, cementing Kanye's status as one of hip-hop's biggest figures.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrol.
Released in January 2006, Ridin' climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 2 weeks. It became Chamillionaire's biggest hit and a defining anthem of the year. With smooth production from Playin' Skills and a fire verse from Crazy Bone, the track talked about serious issues like racial profiling, police brutality, and the stereotyping of black drivers as criminals riding dirty. The iconic hook became a cultural catchphrase and sparked a wave of viral parodies. Ridin' went on to win a Grammy for Best Rap Performance by a duo or group, cementing its legacy as both a chart topper and a socially conscious anthem. Released in summer 2007, Crank That exploded into a full-blown phenomenon. It shot to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and held the top spot for 7 straight weeks, making it the longest-running rap number 1 of the year. But its real power came from how it spread. Soulja Boy, who was just 17 at the time, pioneered DIY digital marketing. He uploaded the track on LimeWire and renamed files using the titles like 50 Cent, Eminem, and so on. It was the first viral rap hit of the internet age, and Soulja Boy became the poster child for the YouTube generation. Lollipop dropped in early 2008 and became Weezy's biggest hit. It spent 5 non-consecutive weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it the highest charting rap song of the year. Built around a smooth, auto-tuned hook and psychedelic synths, it pushed the sound of modern hip-hop and turned Lil Wayne into a global superstar. The track went diamond in the US, became 2008's best-selling digital single, and sparked dozens of remixes, from Kanye West to Nicki Minaj. Boom Boom Pow dropped in 2009 and absolutely took over. It hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 12 straight weeks, making it the longest running #1 hip hop track of the year. The production was futuristic, full of glitchy synths, robotic vocals, and that massive bass. It felt like it came from 5 years in the future. The Black Eyed Peas leaned fully into the electro-rap sound and helped push hip hop further into the digital era. Whether you loved it or got sick of it, you couldn't escape it. Radio, clubs, commercials everywhere. It was Billboard's #1 song of the year. No competition.
I can't tell you what it really is.
Love the Way You Lie by Eminem featuring Rihanna exploded in mid-2010 and ruled the Billboard charts. Backed by a raw, emotionally intense duet and a beat that mirrored its tense lyrics, the song brought massive singing and rap crossover power and topped digital sales charts with over 300,000 sold in its first week. This was Eminem's 4th #1 as a lead artist, a huge comeback moment, and it remains a defining anthem from 2010. Wiz dropped Black and Yellow in late 2010, but it blew up in 2011, hitting #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The hook was simple and addictive, repping the colors of the Pittsburgh Steelers football team. It was everywhere and basically became the Steelers' anthem during their Super Bowl run. Everyone tried making their own version, but none topped the original. This was the moment Wiz went mainstream.
She want a photo, you already know though. You only live once, that's the motto, nigga, YOLO, and we bout it, eh?
The motto dropped at the end of 2011 but ran 2012. Drake teamed up with Lil Wayne and dropped a laid-back West Coast-inspired anthem that completely took over. It's the track that pushed YOLO into the mainstream for better or for worse, and even if it didn't hit #1 on the Hot 100, it still sold over 3 million copies and helped shape the sound of rap in 2012.
What?
Thrift Shop dropped in August 2012 and slowly took over, eventually hitting #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 2013. But the buzz started way earlier, making it one of 2012's biggest breakout tracks. With funny anti-flex lyrics about bargain shopping and a ridiculously catchy hook, it felt totally different from what was on the charts. It was a clever indie rap song that turned into a global hit. It sold over 7 million copies, blew up online, and ended up winning Grammys for Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song. Fancy dropped into early 2014 and quickly became the summer anthem, hitting #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and holding that spot for 7 straight weeks. It dominated airplay, had the year's most streamed song on Spotify, and topped Billboard's Song of the Summer charts. Iggy became the first female rapper to debut at #1 with her first 2 Hot 100 hits, and the Clueless-inspired video went viral. It's arguably the biggest charting female-led hip-hop track of the 2010s, racking up millions of sales and streams. See You Again exploded in early 2015, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and holding that spot for 12 straight weeks, tying for the longest #1 rap-related run ever. It served as the emotional theme to Furious 7 and a tribute to Paul Walker. Its heartfelt chorus from Charlie Puth and Wiz's reflective verses hit millions. It ended the year as Billboard's #3 song of 2015.
I got broads in Atlanta.
Panda dropped in early 2016 and shot straight to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Designer the first artist in 41 weeks to top the chart with a rap song, and he did it at only 18 years old. The beat became instantly recognizable, and the song was inescapable across radio and clubs. It broke massive streaming records and became a cultural moment, earning Designer a good music deal and solidifying trap's dominance in mainstream music.
She gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B.
Bodak Yellow dropped in summer 2017 and went all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, holding the top spot for 3 weeks. It made history as the first solo female rap track to hit number 1 in almost 20 years. Cardi's delivery was raw, confident, and quotable. "I don't dance now, I make money" moves became a whole mindset. It kicked the door open for a new wave of women in rap and made Cardi a certified star.
God's plan. God's plan.
Drake dropped God's Plan in January 2018, and it went straight to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It stayed there for 11 weeks. It smashed streaming records with 82 million plays in 1 week and instantly became one of the biggest rap hits ever. The music video, where Drake gives away nearly $1 million, took it even further, turning the song into a viral moment. By the end of the year, God's Plan was the number 1 song on Billboard's year-end Hot 100, locking in Drake's reign over rap that year.
Till I can't no more. I got the horses in the bag.
Old Town Road took over in 2019, holding the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 for 19 straight weeks, the longest run in chart history at the time. It started as a TikTok trend and turned into a global hit, thanks to its mix of country and trap, and the viral remix with Billy Ray Cyrus. The song sparked debates about genre boundaries, dominated streaming platforms, and became the best performing single of the year. Lil Nas X went from unknown to stadium-packing star almost overnight. The Box owned early 2020, spending 11 straight weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, the longest run for any rap song that year. Its viral sound took over TikTok, turning the track into a meme. It also topped the R&B, hip-hop, and rap songs charts, earned multiple Grammy nominations, and was basically everywhere for months. Roddy Ricch dropped a hit that felt inescapable in the best way.
Why you always in the mood? Fuck around like I'm brand new. I ain't tryna take.
Mood dropped in mid-2020, but its real chart dominance carried into 2021. It spent over 30 weeks in the Billboard Hot 100's top 10, more than any other song that year, and became one of the biggest crossover hits between rap, pop, and alt. Powered by a guitar-driven beat, a super catchy hook, and non-stop TikTok traction, it helped launch both 24K Golden and Ian Dior into the mainstream.
And I can put you in.
First Class dropped in April 2022 and debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, one of the few rap tracks that year to pull that off. It quickly became the most streamed hip-hop song of 2022, racking up over 570 million plays on Spotify. Built around a smooth Fergie sample and Jack's laid-back delivery, the track felt like pure summer, smooth and catchy.
I said what I said, I'd rather be famous instead.
Doja Cat dropped Paint the Town Red in August 2023, and it quickly hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, holding the spot for 3 weeks. It was the first rap song to top the chart in over a year and one of the biggest female rap hits in recent memory. Sampling Dionne Warwick's Walk On By, the track blended classic soul with bold, confident bars. With viral buzz, a catchy hook, and Doja's signature style, it took over playlists and proved she's one of the most powerful voices in rap right now.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Kendrick dropped Not Like Us in May 2024, and it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with 70 million streams and 5 million radio impressions in its first week, the biggest rap debut of the year. It didn't stop there. The song broke the single-day streaming record for a hip-hop track on Spotify with 12.8 million plays. It became the fastest solo rap song of the decade to hit 1 billion streams and ended up spending over 50 weeks on the Hot 100, making it the longest charting rap song ever. Sharp lyrics, Mustard's West Coast bounce, and the publicity of Kendrick's feud with Drake, Not Like Us, turned into a global moment. It was a cultural reset and the most dominant rap song of 2024. So far in 2025, Not Like Us has been the biggest rap song of the year, despite dropping in 2024. After Kendrick's viral Super Bowl halftime performance, the track shot back to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became the longest charting rap song ever, staying on the chart for over 50 weeks. It picked up multiple Grammy wins and dominated in streaming numbers. And that's the full rundown. From Baby Got Back to Not Like Us, 30 plus years of hip hop hits that took over the charts. Some tracks shaped the culture, some broke records, and some were just straight up bangers. Either way, every year had its anthem. Let me know in the comments which year had your favorite and which one doesn't belong on this list at all. If you rocked with the video, drop a like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.